A reviewer's job is to look at a piece of work, be it books, art, a performance, whatever, in a completely new way, as so to see it afresh for its own attributes instead of constantly comparing it to that of other greater works. Before I begin my review, I've tried my best to look at it in a completely unbiased way, but the whole reason I'm doing this review is because this book affected me so strongly and I just need to get it off my chest. One Day is a love story concerning two people, Dexter and Emma. The story spans a period of 20 years and the book's chapters is one day of every year, the 15th of July. And it's basically how they've changed throughout the years, how the relationship has changed. To say a little bit about the characters, Dexter is an oversexed playboy person who's unwilling or unable to commit, while Emma is the desperate, pining woman for his affections. And along with that, she's also got these great ideals about life and wants to make a difference. I won't go so in depth into the relationship, but basically it touched me so much because Nicholls has written it in such a way that there isn't one person who I don't think would be unable to connect with at least one aspect of the relationship. You know, it's so true to life, it's so brutally honest. I'm going to talk about one scene now that I could particularly relate to. Just to tell you a bit about it, why I enjoyed the book so much. I've just written it down here, the quote. "It's going to happen after all," she thought, "right here and now, standing naked in the Argean Sea." "My problem is," he sighed, and smiled with one side of his mouth, "well, I suppose I fancy pretty much everybody." "I see," was all she could say. ... "Per you," she said flatly. It's going to happen after all. This one sentence perfectly conveys her excitement, her nerves, at the thought of finally getting together with this man who she's longed for. And then Dexter's next sentence completely crushes that hope, his terrible revelation. And then the second sentence, "I see." And she does see. She sees that the man that she has longed for is a lost cause to her at the moment. She sees that all her excitement and her nerves were pointless because he doesn't love her as she loves him yet. To me, the clipped small sentences show her pain. You know, if she was to say anything other than "I see," it would be a cry of anguish. I mean, that's what it conveys to me. And so why I had a problem with this book. To me, Emma's death, was completely unnecessary because of that previous writing. He had already done a masterpiece. If he had left it well alone, it would still have been a masterpiece. The death almost said to me, you know, while this novel could have been a life-affirming novel, although yes, it's honestly shit most of the time, you can have your moment of happiness, it was, you know, brutally ripped away by this gut-wrenching sentence of Emma dying, and I'll just read it now. Then she thinks of Dexter, sheltering from the rain on the steps of the new house, looking at his watch, impatient. He'll wonder where she is. He will worry. Then Emma Mayhew dies, and everything that she thought or felt vanishes and is gone forever. How could you, Mr. Nicholls? You wrote this book about how life could be shit, and you wrote it so true. You wrote it with complete relatable honesty. And so, One Day by David Nicholls, a terribly depressing read. But tell me what you think.